Hello everyone, welcome to our podcast for B2 level English learners. My name is John.
And I'm Sarah. Today we're going to explore some interesting historical events and figures. History is full of fascinating stories that have shaped our world. Let's dive in.
History is filled with pivotal events and remarkable individuals who have left a lasting impact on the world. Understanding these events and figures helps us gain insights into our past and learn valuable lessons for the future. Let's start with one of the most significant events in modern history, the American Revolution. The American Revolution, which took place from 1775 to 1783, was a pivotal moment in history when the 13 American colonies fought for independence from British rule. The revolution was driven by various factors, including taxation without representation, restrictions on colonial trade, and a desire for self-governance. Key figures like George Washington, Thomas Jefferson, and Benjamin Franklin played crucial roles in leading the revolution and shaping the newly formed United States. George Washington, in particular, was instrumental as the commander-in-chief of the Continental Army. His leadership and strategic skills helped the American forces win crucial battles, such as the Battle of Trenton and the Siege of Yorktown. After the war, Washington became the first president of the United States, setting important precedents for the young nation. Another fascinating event is the French Revolution, which began in 1789 and dramatically changed the course of French and world history. The revolution was driven by economic hardship, social inequality, and the influence of Enlightenment ideas promoting liberty, equality, and fraternity. The fall of the Bastille on July 14, 1789, marked the beginning of the revolution and is celebrated today as France's national holiday, Bastille Day. One of the most prominent figures of the French Revolution was Napoleon Bonaparte. Initially a military leader, Napoleon rose to power during the revolution and eventually became Emperor of France. He implemented significant reforms, such as the Napoleonic Code, which laid the foundation for modern legal systems in many countries. Napoleon's military campaigns expanded French territory, but also led to widespread conflict across Europe. His defeat at the Battle of Waterloo in 1815 marked the end of his reign and reshaped the political landscape of Europe.
Thank you, John. Another significant historical event is the Industrial Revolution, which began in the late 18th century and transformed economies, societies, and daily life. Originating in Britain, the Industrial Revolution saw the transition from agrarian economies to industrialized ones, marked by the rise of factories, mechanized production, and urbanization. Key figures like James Watt and George Stephenson played crucial roles in advancing industrial technology. James Watt's improvements to the steam engine revolutionized transportation and manufacturing, making it possible to produce goods more efficiently and transport them over long distances. George Stephenson, known as the father of railways, developed the first successful steam locomotive, significantly contributing to the expansion of the railway network. The Industrial Revolution also brought about significant social changes. The rise of factories created new job opportunities, but also led to harsh working conditions and urban overcrowding. Social reformers like Charles Dickens highlighted these issues in their works, advocating for better living and working conditions for the working class. Another compelling figure in history is Mahatma Gandhi, who led India's struggle for independence from British rule through non-violent civil disobedience. Gandhi's philosophy of non-violence, or ahimsa, inspired many other movements for social justice and civil rights around the world. His leadership in events such as the Salt March and the Quit India movement played a crucial role in India gaining independence in 1947. Gandhi's legacy continues to influence contemporary movements for peace and justice.
Absolutely, Sarah. Moving to the American Civil Rights Movement, one of the most influential figures was Martin Luther King Jr. Born in 1929, King became a prominent leader in the fight against racial segregation and discrimination in the United States. He is best known for his role in the Montgomery bus boycott and his leadership in the Southern Christian Leadership Conference, SCLC. King's philosophy of nonviolence and his powerful oratory skills helped to bring national attention to the civil rights movement. His "I Have a Dream" speech, delivered during the March on Washington for Jobs and Freedom in 1963, remains one of the most iconic speeches in American history. King's efforts led to significant legislative changes, including the Civil Rights Act of 1964 and the Voting Rights Act of 1965. Tragically, he was assassinated in 1968, but his legacy continues to inspire the fight for equality and justice. Another remarkable historical figure is Marie Curie, a pioneering scientist in the field of radioactivity. Born in Poland in 1867, Curie moved to France to pursue her education and scientific research. Along with her husband Pierre Curie, she discovered the elements polonium and radium. Marie Curie's groundbreaking work earned her 2 Nobel Prizes, one in physics and one in chemistry, making her the first person to win Nobel Prizes in 2 different scientific fields. Curie's research contributed significantly to the understanding of radioactivity and its applications in medicine, such as cancer treatment. Despite facing numerous challenges as a woman in a male-dominated field, Curie's determination and contributions to science have left a lasting impact on the world.
Those are indeed remarkable figures, John. Another significant event in history is the moon landing in 1969. On July 20th, 1969, NASA's Apollo 11 mission successfully landed the first humans on the moon. Astronauts Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin made history as they took their first steps on the lunar surface, with Armstrong famously declaring, "That's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind." This monumental achievement was the result of years of research, innovation, and determination. The space race between the United States and the Soviet Union during the Cold War era drove significant advancements in space exploration technology. The successful moon landing demonstrated the capabilities of human ingenuity and marked a significant milestone in space exploration. Another influential historical figure is Nelson Mandela, who played a pivotal role in ending apartheid in South Africa. Born in 1918, Mandela was an anti-apartheid revolutionary who spent 27 years in prison for his activism against the oppressive regime. Upon his release in 1990, Mandela led negotiations to dismantle apartheid and establish multiracial elections, which resulted in him becoming South Africa's first black president in 1994. Mandela's leadership, resilience, and commitment to reconciliation helped to heal a divided nation and set an example for peaceful transitions of power. His legacy of fighting for justice and equality continues to inspire people worldwide.
Indeed, Sarah. Another event that had a profound impact on world history is the fall of the Berlin Wall in 1989. The Berlin Wall, which separated East and West Berlin, was a symbol of the Cold War and the division between communist and capitalist ideologies. Its construction in 1961 created a physical and ideological barrier between the two parts of the city. The fall of the Berlin Wall on November 9, 1989, marked the beginning of the end of the Cold War. The wall's collapse was the result of widespread protests, political changes in Eastern Europe, and the weakening of the Soviet Union. The event paved the way for the reunification of Germany and the broader democratization of Eastern Europe. It symbolized the triumph of freedom and the end of decades-long oppression for many people in the region.
The fall of the Berlin Wall was indeed a momentous event. Another historical figure worth mentioning is Elizabeth I of England, who reigned from 1558 to 1603. Known as the Virgin Queen, Elizabeth's reign, often referred to as the Elizabethan era, was marked by significant achievements in exploration, the arts, and the consolidation of the Protestant Reformation. Elizabeth thus skillfully navigated the complex political landscape of her time, balancing the interests of various factions and maintaining relative stability in England. Her support for explorers like Sir Francis Drake and Sir Walter Raleigh helped expand England's influence and paved the way for future colonisation efforts. The Elizabethan era also saw a flourishing of the arts, with figures like William Shakespeare producing some of the most enduring works of literature. Elizabeth's leadership and political acumen helped to strengthen the monarchy and establish England as a major European power. Her legacy continues to be celebrated for its contributions to English culture and history.
Thank you, Sarah. To recap, history is filled with fascinating events and remarkable individuals who have shaped our world. From the American and French revolutions to the Industrial Revolution and the fight for civil rights, each event and figure has left a lasting impact. Understanding these historical moments helps us appreciate the complexities of our past and learn valuable lessons for the future.
Yes, John. And remember, studying history allows us to see the interconnectedness of human experiences and understand how past actions and decisions have shaped the present. It also inspires us to reflect on our roles in creating a better future.
That's all for today's podcast. We hope you found this discussion informative and engaging. Keep practicing your English, and we'll see you next time.
Thanks for listening. Bye for now.